Hi everybody. As promised, we're going to be cooking today. So I actually am going to do two different recipes today. The one recipe I wanted to do called for one of the frozen pie crust. They came in a package. I didn't want to keep one stuck in my freezer because I'll probably never use it again. So I wanted to make a recipe that I could use, some recipes that I could use both of these for. So the first thing we're going to do today is make a quiche and get that in the oven. And then the second recipe is going to be water pie. I know it sounds weird. I've seen it on the internet. I've seen people make it. I have not eaten it. I've not tried it. I've not made it. If you have made it, let me know in the comments below. If you've tried it, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. But it's something I want to try. It's quick. It's easy. It uses whatever you have in your pantry. And I'm kind of excited to see what it tastes like. Or if there's any ways that I can kind of, bougie it up a little bit. Maybe with a different extract or something in another episode. But for today, we are going to go ahead and start with our quiche. It's just a basic, simple quiche. It's nothing fancy, nothing smancy. And not a professional chef, not a professional cook, so bear with me. I'm going to make mistakes. I know that. It's my first cooking video for y'all. Any comments, make sure you put them in the comment section. Any ideas, any ways to make these better, your thoughts, whatever. Put it down in the comment section. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing this with your friends and neighbors. And let's get to it. So let me get my handy dandy recipe. So this is just going to be a simple quiche. And in this bowl, I have 6 large eggs. Hopefully you can see them. And I'm just going to start by beating these up and whisking them. This actually is the filling basically, for your quiche. You can add anything to a quiche. Today I'm going to put my own little spin on it, but you can add anything to a quiche, any kind of cheese, any kind of meat, veggies. If you just want to do cheese, you can do that. Entirely up to you. But today I'm actually using some chopped ham. I have some peppers and onions that I've sauteed and browned up with the ham, and I'm going to use that, and I'm using cheddar cheese today. So this is the 6 eggs. We've beaten that. We're going to go ahead and put in 3/4 of a cup of milk. We're going to beat that a little bit. In this little bowl, I have 3/4 of a cup of salt and 1/4 teaspoon, or 3/4 of a teaspoon, I'm sorry, of salt, 3/4 of a cup, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So those are going in, and if you wanted to add different spices, you can do that. I mean, this is all yours. You can do whatever you want. Sometimes if I'm making one of these, I will grate in a little bit of fresh nutmeg. I don't have any today, so therefore it's not going in. And so we have 6 large eggs in here, beaten, 3/4 of a cup of whole milk. You can use evaporated milk, whatever. I don't think I'd use a nut milk in this because they don't quite work the same when you're baking something. The salt and the pepper, and that's what's in here. So to this is a 9-inch deep dish. It was just an El Cheapo one. It was nothing fancy. I believe I got this at, I want to say, Price Chopper, and maybe like $2 and something for 2 of these. So it's a 9-inch deep dish pie crust. To that, what I'm going to do is I'm putting in my ham and my onions and my peppers. Get a spoon. I'm going to put that in the bottom. It called for a certain amount, but you can adjust it. I think there's about 1/2 cup of each here, but you can adjust that to whatever you happen to want. I just want to make sure you can see this. So have that in there. we're going to put half of this cheese in here, and this is cheddar cheese, regular cheddar cheese. Some people want to use, you know, Swiss, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But there is half the cheese. So far so good. We're doing great. We're going to take this, which is our milk, egg, salt, and pepper mixture. And like I said, if you want to put different spices in here, you can feel free to do that. Different veggies, different meat. It's up to you. And we're going to pour that over the top. Slowly. Want to make sure it gets in all those little cracks and crevices. Beautiful. And then we're going to sprinkle it. I'm just going to push this down a little bit. We're going to sprinkle it with the rest of the cheese. And this is actually going to go into a 350-degree oven, about 40-45 minutes. And then you're going to let it sit for probably, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so, so it sets up and gets really, really nice. And then you're going to go ahead and slice it and eat it warm. It doesn't have to be eaten hot. Some people will eat it cold, but I'm not sure if you can see that. But this is the finished product, and it is simple, quick. You can make this when you come home from school, work, whatnot. It's really easy. You can throw it together. And if you have some things already sauteed and maybe pre-bagged in the fridge, then it's just dump and go. Like this was basically dump and go. So I'm sitting this over here on my cookie sheet. And I'm going to put these both in the oven at the same time because they both actually take the same amount of time to cook at the same temperature. So there's no sense in doing craziness going on. We're moving on now to water pie. Move that out of the way. This is a very odd recipe, I think. And I guess this has been around since the Depression. Probably when they couldn't get a lot of things and wanted something sweet, they created this. I'm just going to take this. No, I'm not either. I'm going to leave it in there. But I mean, it's extremely cheap. It's everything that is in your pantry and nothing fancy. So our ingredients for this is, of course, the 9-inch pie crust, a cup and a half of water, a cup of sugar, 1 cup of sugar, cup and a half of water, 1 cup of sugar. What am I looking at? 4 tablespoons of flour. They called for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but I'm using 2 because I like to spice over the top. And 5 tablespoons of butter. So, what am I looking for? This looks like more than a cup. What did I do? I'm just gonna measure this out again because some way, somehow, I'm thinking I got too much sugar in here. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a pro. Yeah, I did. Looks like I went for a cup and a half. So let me get another bowl and I will be right back. Okay, see what I mean? Want to make mistakes. Good thing I caught it. I don't know what would have happened to this pie, honestly, if I left that whole extra half cup. So this is the 1 cup of sugar. I think I was looking at the 1.5 cups of water, and I don't know. To the 1 cup of sugar, I'm adding the 4 tablespoons of flour. And we are going to mix that together. And again, nothing fancy. We're using whatever we have. We're not going crazy with it. I just want to make sure it's all in there. I guess you could use cornstarch too. I'm sure that this is just really for a thickening agent. So what it tells me to do is to take this 1.5 cups of water. Let me double check. Yes, 1.5 cups. And I'm pouring it directly into this pie pan, or this pie crust. Nothing, right? We're going to go ahead and take this sugar and flour mixture, and we're going to sprinkle it. And we're not going to stir this. You're just going to sprinkle it in. No stirring. No mixing, no stirring, nothing. Now, I did read online that some people, in place of the water, they'll use like Sprite or a soda. But it also said to use the same amount of sugar. I don't think I'd like that. That's just me. I mean, that's a lot of sugar if you're using soda and the soda and a cup of sugar in this little crust. Seems like a lot to me. So this, by the way, is going to cook in you're going to start it at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. And then what you're going to do is turn the heat down to 375. And then you are going to let it cook for another 30 minutes. Now the recipe says that when you take it out of the oven, it's going to be watery. And it says to let it sit on the countertop for about an hour. Then you're going to chill it for 3 to 4 hours. And then you're going to be able to cut it and enjoy it. So it's a process. Making it's not the process. Getting to the point where you can cut it is a process. So it takes a little bit. This is the vanilla. I did 2 teaspoons and it just says to drizzle it in. So we're drizzling. Okay. And then it calls for 5 tablespoons of butter. I did not make these as thick as, you know how you can look on the stick of butter and see where you can cut the tablespoons. I really didn't use that guide. I saw that I cut mine a little bit thin, so I threw in a 6th one, just to kind of make up the difference. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but we'll see. And you're supposed to take these and just dot them around. Kind of excited to try this because I don't know. They're just afloat in there. I don't know. Okay. So there's our water pie. I'm going to get it over here on this cookie sheet with my quiche. I'm going to put them in the oven. When they're done cooking and they are ready to go, I'm going to come back. We're going to cut them. We're going to look at them. We're going to see how they came out, and we're going to taste them. So I'll be back with you as soon as these are ready. Welcome back, everybody. I am here with our beautiful quiche. I did cut into it a little bit to make sure it was solidified enough before I, cut it in front of y'all. It came out really well. It's nice and firm. Smells delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a slice and plate it up. Serving this with just a side salad today. I did lose a little bit of my crust on the edge a little bit, but that's okay. Don't have to be beautiful to taste good, right? Here's what it looks like. Still steaming. There's the top. You can see all the goodies have distributed well throughout. Here's our plate. This is how we're serving this today. Just a side salad. We've got just some lettuce, tomato, cucumber slices, red onion, a drizzle of ranch dressing, and some, I think these are garlic croutons. So here we go. let's give it a taste. See what we got. It firmed up really, really well. There's the bottom crust, nice and brown. Looks good. Smells amazing. This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. The right seasonings. I'm glad I upped the black pepper a little bit. This is absolutely great. So this is a winner. I would definitely try this. You know, if you prep this stuff maybe the day before or something, coming home from a ball game, work or whatever, throw it together, 40 minutes in the oven, you're done. Really, really good. I am impressed with this. And I would definitely make it again. So that's that. And what I'm really excited about is our water pie. It is chilling in the fridge. It baked for about, I actually left it in for about an hour and 10 minutes instead of the hour. I left it on the counter for about an hour to cool. And then I put it in the fridge and it's been in there for a couple of hours chilling. So I'm kind of excited to see what that came out like. I'm gonna go get it right now. I'll be right back. Hello everybody, welcome back for dessert. Earlier we made a water pie, Depression era recipe. If they wanted something sweet, this was their go-to. Somebody along the line created this. Not a lot of ingredients. Kind of anxious to see what it tastes like. To me, the look is not appealing. Ingredients: water, sugar, vanilla, flour, and butter. That's it. And it's in this, in a pie crust. Can't get any simpler than that, right? So, this baked at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Then you turn the oven down to 350. Baked another 30 minutes. I didn't think it was quite where it needed to be. I left it an extra 10 minutes. So total for me of an hour and 10 minutes. You take it out, you put it on the counter. I left mine on the counter for 1 hour. And then I put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. And this is the result. It is nice and cold, so it's not like it hasn't sat. Here it is. Hope it doesn't fall out. Here it is, the top. What I didn't like about the look was and I took some of it off. There was more. There was a lot of butter accumulated over here, like a big trench of butter solidified here as it cooled. Maybe if I made it again, which I probably will not, I would cut the butter down. I'm not sure, but I can still see it. I'm not sure if you can make it out or see it. I'll try to tilt it every which way here. There's still quite a bit of fat or butter on top. But, I don't know. Can't judge a book by its cover. It's pretty solid. It's not jiggly. It's not wiggly. So it firmed up really well. Let's cut it and see what we got. Now I'm thinking you could probably, oh God, I can't even cut through the crust. I'm thinking you might possibly be able to change this recipe up a little bit, maybe by changing the extract. Maybe you could do a lemon, a lime, an orange, not sure. Or if you don't like it at all, you don't do anything. I don't even know what's going on here. So, kind of hard to cut. Not sure what I'm going to get when I pull this out, honestly. I want to see if I can get it over to you, let you see it. I'm a little far here. Let me stand up. I'm a little far away. There's the top. It's kind of dripping. There's what it looks like. I'm gonna smell it. You know I love to smell things. Doesn't smell like anything. It smells like absolutely nothing. Work. Here we go. I don't even smell the vanilla, to be honest. The texture, and forgive me for saying this, the texture is snotty. Like snotty. But I'm going to taste it, see where we end up. I will never make this again. But it was fun. It was a fun experiment. I don't dare lift this up to show you the bottom with the fork, but you see that it cooked well. Hopefully you can see that. Here I go. Wish me luck. It's going to taste weird. My mouth's going to feel funny. Oh. Lord, that's so sweet. I got no words. It's really, really sweet. The texture is horrific. I honestly think it says not to mix it. I kind of think I would mix it. I think I would mix it and just pour it like you would, like you'd mix a pecan pie filling. Because honestly, if this were firmer, that's what it would remind me of. I mean, it's creamy in here. It's hard to cut through the crust because just putting that sugar, the way the sugar settled on the bottom, it just made that crust like just one hard, sugary clump. I don't know. I'm just going to taste the filling by itself. I don't know. That's what it's reminding me of. Not quite as firm, you know, but it's reminding me of pecan pie filling without the brown sugar. So I don't know. Would I make this again? Should you make it and try it? Up to you. You might want to try it. I don't know. Something different. Maybe you could make it better than me and have it come out great. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like the way that butter congealed on the top. It was really off-putting to look at. I had to kind of dig it out of there and just left it looking like a mess. But there you have it. Scale-wise on this water pie, for me a 1 out of 5. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. The quiche, 5 out of 5. That was really, really good. I'd make it again. Actually, my son ate some earlier and he said it was really good. So he liked that. He has yet to try this, and probably won't. But he may surprise me. He may love this. But it's just not for me. So a 1 out of 1 for here. Maybe, the ease of making it would be a 5 out of 5 because can't go wrong, right? Really nothing but just throwing stuff in. But anyway, so that is my first cooking video with you guys. How did I do? Put it in the comments below. What mistakes did I make? Put it in the comments below. What do you think of this water pie? Also in the comments below. Have you made quiche before and what kind? If you've made this particular pie before, did I do something wrong? Did it not turn out right? Let me know. And other than that, I will see you on the next cooking video. The next one out is going to be funeral potatoes, just to let you know, so look for that one. I'm trying to make these cooking videos something that is easy for people coming home from work, coming home from school, don't have a lot of time, don't have a lot of prep time. You can kind of just throw it together and throw it in the oven while you go take a shower, do something in the yard or whatever, and come back, take it out, and it's done. So I'm kind of leaning toward the dump method of cooking, where you can just throw everything together, throw it in the oven, you're done. No thinking, no involved. So that's the direction I'm going. You had that today with the quiche. You're going to have that in the next cooking video with the funeral potatoes. And yeah, so tell me how I did. Give me suggestions. Tell me what you'd like to see me cook. What's your favorite thing to cook? What kind of dump recipes do you have? Let me know all that in the comments below. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing, hitting the notification bell, and leaving all kinds of comments. I welcome everything. Good, bad, ugly, and different. I don't care. Just leave me a comment and I'll answer you. And until the next video, bye everybody. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.